Wow. Man, what a great film. I'm Emily.
And I'm JS.
We're here to talk about Zombieland today on Movie Clip's 31 Days of Horror Reviews. And this is, in fact, a comedy horror film, we would consider it. So,
yeah.
Before you go writing in the comments, this isn't horror. I mean, zombies are monsters, and, you know.
Absolutely. And in fact, I think it's one of the best zombie comedies ever made. Not that there's been a whole lot, but after Shaun of the Dead, I really wondered if anyone could come close to making a great movie like this, and I think they did.
Yeah, and I mean, zombies are kind of overdone, right? So the fact that this one, I think, is still known as being a really awesome film, despite the fact that people are kind of tired of zombies, is really cool. So we want to talk about what this movie's about?
Absolutely. Well, Zombieland is set after a zombie infestation has already broken out, actually.
Yeah.
We join our lead character, who's Jesse Eisenberg, and he's sort of like telling us what it's like to be in a zombie-infested United States of America.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great. And he calls this place Zombieland now instead of the USA, what it used to be known as. But what I love at the beginning of Zombieland is how he lays out this world by explaining the rules.
Right.
His own rule book, as it were, for surviving in this wasteland. And this amazing opening credits sequence where it's just slow motion carnage.
Yeah. Kind of sets up the whole film, right? Because there's a lot of kind of bloody stuff in it. So then he meets some friends along the way, right? Woody Harrelson, first of all. Well, he's by himself, which I don't know how you could do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that'd be really hard. So I would die.
We'll see what we end up doing when that actually happens. Because I've debated that. I don't know if I want to be with people I know or not, because you have those emotional strings that you need to cut. I don't know. But he ends up meeting two others who are also heading west, as it were, and it becomes a road trip of a movie, kind of.
Well, three others, because Woody Harrelson, and then the two girls who don't trust anyone, and it's really hard for them to trust them, and then all that.
And we get some flashbacks to each of their lives before the infestation, which is it's a nice touch, because it's like, let's see what they were like before this happened, and now what they're like now.
Yeah. So we were talking about some of our favorite parts we really like the grocery store scene.
Yeah.
It's pretty hilarious. The Woody Harrelson comes in playing the banjo, which apparently he actually learned how to play it really fast right before that, so that he could play it in the scene for real. And he calls it the zombies, and they're all like huge zombies in this grocery store.
And Harrelson, he has some strict demands for this movie, actually.
Yeah.
And one of them is that he wanted each of the places to really have character. Like, depending on where they were on that road trip, he wanted those places to be distinct.
Yeah.
And I think that's great.
That is great.
And they used it to great effect. There's another scene where they go into this Native American store, and they just trash the place.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that's trying to say, what statement that's making. It's interesting.
We were talking about the Twinkies, which Twinkies play a big role in it, because Woody Harrelson's character, they remind him of the world that used to be, so it's kind of like what he seeks the whole time. It's, like his own personal metaphor for how life was before. Like, if he gets a Twinkie, it'll be all right. It'll be the world before.
Yeah.
And we're talking about how he's a vegan in real life, and so he wouldn't eat Twinkies, and he apparently doesn't eat sugar, so they had to make special Twinkies for the film. And then you were saying the director.
Yeah, one of his demands, actually, before he was even in the film, was that the director had to withstand from dairy products for 10 days or something.
Yeah.
And the director, Ruben Fleischer, said it was like an alcoholic going without drinking for that period of time.
I bet.
So, it's an interesting...
It's really vegan.
Yeah. Let's talk, and again, if you haven't seen Zombieland, you might want to stop and go watch it before you hear anymore, because we're going to talk about one of the best cameos, I think, in recent film. And this is, of course, when they stumble into Bill Murray.
Right, it is one of the best scenes ever.
He's playing himself, and apparently a lot of it was improvised. I was reading, originally they wanted Patrick Swayze to be in there.
Interesting. I don't think it would have been as good.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey was also on the list. They went through a list of actors, but Bill Murray is just an American classic guy. He belongs on the mantelpiece of cinema.
Right, well, and I can really see this happening because he's known for crashing LA parties and such.
Yeah.
So the fact that they go to his house and he's totally cool with it, and he's just like messes along with them is just classic. It just seems so perfect.
And his demise is just incredibly well done. Like, he's able to, you know, sort of punch Garfield, this movie that he did right before he kicks the bucket. I mean,
what movie do you most regret?
Yeah.
Or isn't that what they ask?
He says, like, any regrets in life?
Any regrets in life.
And he's like, Garfield?
Yeah, best ever. Anyways, so we love this film, and we want to know what your favorite parts are, so let us know.
In the comments
do you even
below.
like this film? Tell us.
I'm sure you do. It's very,
we're gonna assume that you do.
Very funny and very bloody.
Right.
So, I mean, what's not to love?
If you don't like it, tell us what you don't like.
Please.
And we'll chat with you. So, this is Emily.
And I'm JS.
From Movie Clips, and thanks for watching.